All right, now the first of a two-part leg of the annual AmaZulu Reed Dance is taking place today. It will be the first time the new king is presiding over the event. Today's event is in Ngwavuma, near the Mozambique border. It precedes the Enyokeni, one that draws thousands of maidens. For more on today's Reed Dance, let's cross to our reporter, Bongani Gema. Bongani, a very good morning to you. What can we expect today?
Well, a very good morning to you and good morning to the SABC viewers. As you said, we are at Ngwavuma at the Enyokeni Royal Palace, one of the palaces of the AmaZulu King, Misuzulu Ngwavuma, which is situated just on the border of South Africa and Swaziland. This particular palace is at the Umkhanyakude districts, which Umkhanyakude districts encompasses Umtuba in the south, Umkhuze, places like Jozini, Kwangwanase, and then Ngwavuma, which is the northern, far northern parts of these districts. We understand that this is the first leg of the annual Reed Dance. As you said in your intro, it is the first time that is being held after, the disturbances we experienced due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The king, now having taken the throne, is also hosting this particular ceremony for the first time since COVID-19. This is the first leg, as I told you. The main one is also going to be held at Enyokeni Palace in Nongoma, which is also scheduled to be held also this month. Earlier, I understood it was going to be next week. I know that it has been postponed, but we are yet to confirm this. But I have with me Umntwana Utulani Zulu, also of the Royal House, who's going to be telling us more about this particular ceremony and its importance. Mntwana, thank you very much for your time and thank you for joining us. Some of our SABC viewers may be familiar with the main Reed Dance that is held at Enyokeni every year. Some of them may not be familiar with this particular. Just speak to us about the significance of this particular Reed Dance and why it is held here at Umkhanyakude districts.
Yes, they might not be familiar, but this has been happening. It's about 9 years now here at Ngwavuma. It came as a request from Amakosi around Umkhanyakude because the place is far, as we have said, next to the border of Swaziland. So the maidens around here, they want to be part of this big ceremony. In fact, it started in 1984. The king wanted these young girls, when they grow up, to be good citizens of our country, because if you educate women, you know that the women will educate the nation. So if they have grown and they have tested in terms of virginity and how to behave themselves as the maidens, as the women of our country, you educate the nation. So this has been the ultimate aim of His Majesty, to help these young women grow, but eventually it ended up being the prevention of HIV/AIDS and other infectious diseases, which is now killing our learners, our maidens.
Now, Umntwana, we understand the proceedings are yet to begin. Yesterday we were here, we saw the preparations that were underway. We saw many maidens making their way here. Just take us through what's expected to happen and who, maybe any dignitaries that we are expected to see here today.
The maidens are going to collect the reed, and the reed will be brought in front of His Majesty to show their pride, who they are. We are expecting people like the MEC for Arts and Culture, the new MEC, who is now the custodian and who is leading the Department of Arts, Culture and Sports, that is leading this ceremony. In fact, Arts and Culture leads all the ceremonies in the royal family. So we're expecting him and other MECs, of course. Then we have some dignitaries like Amakosi. As I have said, this is a request from Amakosi around Umkhanyakude. So will be here to grace our ceremonies. Of course, we are next to the border of Swaziland. We're expecting some of our dignitaries from Swaziland and from Maputo. I'm told the members of the legislature will also be present.
Thank you very much for your time, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Well, there you have it. The ceremony is yet to begin, but the maidens have started flocking here. I understand this. Many of them arrived yesterday. They slept here at a marquee. This has been put here for their accommodation. I must also mention that, the actual virginity testing does not take place here today. I understand that the actual virginity testing takes place, at their places where they reside before they come here. So it's a sort of qualification to be part of the ceremony. You have to pass that particular virginity testing at the area where you reside at. I also must mention that this particular palace has a very significant history, because I understand, that one of the kings of the AmaZulu kingdom, King Dinizulu, who I think or King Dingane, who took the throne after the demise of King Shaka, he's also buried here at the vicinity. So this is one of the palaces that also has a rich history when you go to the Zulu kingdom and its history.
Bongani Gema, thank you so much for talking to us this morning.